And I don't even see much of that anymore. There were kids out playing football, especially tossing the basketball over the cars. There were kids that used to be on their bicycle up and down the streets, families of parents teaching the kids how to bicycle ride down the sidewalks. And I'm like, where is that? Everybody is in the house. And I feel that that's like on a collective level. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys have to get out if you can and exercise. Move your body, move your sacred temple. It needs to be moved. Your legs need to be working, your heart and your cardio, because you're holding way too much. And in order to hold more, you're gonna have to release that old energy and that old pressure and this old heaviness that is on the collective level. I'm like, this is a collective level thing. Pressure is everywhere. Chaos, confusion, competition. No one wants to collaborate. Everybody wants to compete. So you have to be able to find safe places. And that's why I created House of Semi-Retreats. You have to be able to find safe places. And that's why I created House of Semi-Retreats, where we can sit and we can envision and dream. We want to talk about legacy. We want to talk about transformation. We want to talk about envisioning your next level from a strategic standpoint. Where are you now? Me, I will tell you, I am currently, as the doctor of trauma, God has given me one of these traumas. And I mean, I made it through a lot of trauma, but this one here is just like, oh wow, it didn't even hit me. The levels of psychological warfare that we can be in, and we can be in them because we opened up that door. So Dr. J opened that door on accident, just having a carefree spirit and literally trying to help someone else. And then you trying to help somebody else, what do? They turn around and they try to hurt you for helping them. Why? Because hurt people, and by the time the healed people realize that these are the hurt people that they're helping, they already get hurt in the process, which stops their healing and slows it down a little bit, right? But I want to let the people know that have stepped into those gates to help the misfortune or what have you. You played the role of sacrifice. But I think we messed up because we were supposed to be obedient to God. And that, being misaligned, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it on a neurological level. You're going to feel it on a spiritual level. You're going to even get signs. Divine is telling you you're out of alignment. You have picked up the wrong assignment. Maybe that person or that thing, they have a mask. They're a chameleon, and you better find out what side of the coin you're on, because in those games of war, playing all these relational games, people will get close to you because they need something from you. They want something from you. They're not your friend. I want people to know that you don't have a friend. The only friend you have is your divine counterpart leading and guiding you. Everyone else is subject to the test of time. And it's up to you how fast you want to heal. If someone continues to show you who they are, you better wake up and pay attention and smell the coffee, the roses, or whatever else you need to smell. Right now, we're in 2026, and I'm telling you, I just got accepted into the doctorate program of trauma, and I'm not letting no relationships come in between my destiny. 222 on the clock. I'm just like, what? This cannot be. We cannot be in a cataclysmic coma where no one's coming together to collaborate. This is supposed to be the kingdom of God. I know it. I know it for sure. I never hate on people because I know they can change it's just, they can change overnight. I never speak down on anyone because I know that something can happen in their life. Something can shift just like that. I wouldn't even play with it. When I was a kid, I would ask the spiritual realm to do certain things and they would come in my life and shift. I don't understand how I didn't remember those shifts. Now God is reminding me we're shifting again. We're going from, Minister J to Exec J, and now you have to operate in Dr. J. I'm like, wait a minute. I just walked the stage, God, Masters in Executive Leadership. I'm Executive J. They said, we know, but we want you to speak to your future as Dr. J. But right now, we are in 2026, and Dr. J is walking past Reservoir Park Community Center and Pool. That's 1735 Hillside Terrace. This is my home. This was where I'll be having some of my meetings, as well as utilizing Patterson Park and all of the community centers at Davis, where I grew up. At Davis was profound because I was a ballerina there. And under the leadership of Edric, I thrived as a little girl. And my mom chose to put me in this program, mainly because my cousin was in it as well, because she knew these community leaders and she knew I was in safe hands. And this ballerina group, we had friends, fun, and we learned confidence at an early age. We were in the spotlight at an early age. So I kind of understood. And as a little girl, I'm like, okay. I felt like I can do anything. I did. When you get that much love and support, you just feel like you can do anything. I was always in some type of girls program, so I was always connected with the community and then collaborating all the time, honey. And I was always reading books and always on adventures to learn, to explore, and to connect with different people in the community. And what I found out about myself is I have a heart for those that are struggling with emotional issues centered around the family, and their familial identity. That too, what's happening to them, I took it on almost as if it was happening to me. And then I began to search for solutions for a lot of my friends, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And I love that. People can leave my presence and feel like they were filled up. You know what I mean? So then I definitely am honored, but I don't take it lightly. Like I said, it's 2026 and I'm calling my plays, man. That I've always been with Faith and I, and we've just been rocking out, right? Because we're in a dimension of our own. We're in a dimension of our own. What's up, peeps? Dimensional thinking. Like, you don't have to be perfect, but you can still use your gifts. Those things are real. They're something that you've been working on, right? Like, I know you've been working on self-development, sharing your passion and your purpose. Your passion and purpose does not go away. No matter if you're imperfect, right? Even if you imperfect your gifts, the gifts don't go away. That's all I wanted to say. So, indefinitely, I want to see y'all at the retreats, Fifth Element Healing. I want to see you at some of my high esteem transformational makeover events. I want to see you. It's okay. It's okay. Bring me a latte coffee from Starbucks, caramel macchiato, and call it a day. Okay. No, you don't know. So therefore, I have to bring you into an intimate encounter. Oh, now look, look. Dr. J was about to jump this fence. Okay. I mean, jump over. I mean, I thought you was about to jump the fence. I was about to run. And these little mandals I have, I got Jesus mandals. I'm not gonna show y'all. And that's why I quit the post office. I was a mail carrier. Do you guys remember that? Exec J was Postal J. I started out at Arlington Street, carrying mail, man. And I'm like, get out of here. I had to run from Cujo. I'm like, having to move and shake. And, I can't do this. Definitely cannot do this. I'm like, So then I transferred from being a mail carrier. God made a way, because back then you really couldn't do that. But they have just made a program where you can make that transition from mail courier to clerk. So I was able to do that, and I became a clerk in Wadsworth. And that was a beautiful journey. I love going to Wadsworth, and it was smooth and easy, man. I just left Wadsworth and I was promoted to Talmadge. I love that. I loved it. I just found out that it didn't challenge me enough. I needed some more things under my belt. It was not as mentally stimulating. As you can see, and you already know, routines don't fit with me. I'm like, these routines are like, come on now. I love routines, but I've already learned most of the stuff, so I just want to, carry on my own businesses now. It's about learning from other businesses and implementing those things in your businesses. We're in the school of life, and what better teacher would there have been if there hadn't been your employer? That's your employer. They're not supposed to employ you forever. And those that work for the corporation, baby, I'm rooting for you. You're gonna be benefit paid. You're gonna have all the things that you need to have for your family. But there is a generation that I'm raising that I would like to for them to align with tapping into their visions and dreams. And you may not have to quit the job, baby, but what I want you to do is merge your business and your corporate job that you work for now. And while you're there, I want you to envision your business. So if you work at a fast food chain, I want you to see yourself opening your own business. So study the policies and procedures, study the mechanisms, study the protocol, and envision yourself. Make sure you arrive on time at your job. Make sure you're professional. Make sure you can see. If you're in a store, do you want your own store? Imagine it. Figure out their systems and turn it into your own system. Take back what they're taking from you. They're taking time away from you to learn your own business and learn how comfortable you are with yourself. But while we're at it, man, somebody almost just got in an accident over here, but I tend to cause them. I don't know why. I tend to cause them. Just the other day, yesterday, they almost wrecked, and the guy stopped in the middle of traffic. But it's uncommon to see people out walking. But listen, y'all got to take a stand. So some of this stuff is outrageous. As long as you're safe and careful. You have the right to be healthy. You have the right to be whole. You just have the right. Understand. You don't have to go with the status quo, but you can make the transitions and changes for the better. Who is to say that the status quo is correct? Why are we not walking around the neighborhoods in groups? You know what I mean? Physical activity is substantial. Physical activity is substantial to our health as a collective order. So if you're in your community and you guys and they're not walking, you get out and walk. You set that standard. You know what I mean? You be the change that people are looking for. But yes, honey, please. I really didn't realize how much trauma social media would have on the collective. Social media is just a portion or a dimension of freaking who we are, right? Social media is a dimension, and that's why I'm going in and doing my studies on those type of things and doing my dissertation on that, because it's taken away the full-fledged 100% person of who you are, because you can only do so much until those platforms that are short and quick, they actually take away from like who you really are, right? Because they're only giving you snippets, and you can't really express the snippets. You can't really express the snippets in there, right? Because you just don't have time. So like, we're at 17 and 8 minutes, and I got a whole day in me, you guys. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. So, anyways, it's wild. It's chaotic. People are flying. Unfortunately, the financial crisis is tangible. You can actually sense it in the air. It's the heaviness, and it's the heaviness on every front. Actors, artists, musicians, contractors, they don't have any help anymore. They sent them back to a different country. It's too much going on. Too much. People are secretly, and I'm talking about on a collective level. If this is not, if this is not you and your general story, well, that's good. I want to applaud you. You made it. But in general, on a humanistic level, there's a lot happening. And there's not a lot of people helping. Or I guess what you want to say is checking on the strong people. You definitely need to check in, especially the elder, disabled, and disadvantaged. I serve in home health care. I will be putting together my own home health care agency, because I realize that's a real trauma there. You don't even have workers that care about you. Every time I come in a house, they are full of gratitude and gratefulness, and just they'll get the shirt off their back to keep me at, helping them as a family of my home health aid clients, and they're basically family and friends. I've extended my life because I share my life with them. And gunshot victims, all kind of stuff. A wheelchair bound, bed bound, can't move their body, paralyzed. I see it all. I see it all. Even before they get to church and get their suit and their tie on, I see it first. So I'm thankful that I studied leadership. I'm thankful that I studied community transformation and healing. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. So, doctor of trauma, and I'm still Jaslyn, but I've grown. I've grown, and that part of me is my ministry. I want to offer business classes and business courses, and still be fun. We can swim, have fun. Um, I want a mixologist there. I was just talking to her. She just lost her brother. Um, but we just want to vibe. I want um different little hors d'oeuvres and different things like that. Fun stuff. I want you to read out of my workbook. I want us to just vibe, okay? So protect yourself, protect your dreams, create that abundance in your life. You will be glad you did, but you have to be able to protect yourself from competition and collaborate with the people that you feel um, are authentic and authenticity. Some people are transactional related, they want your money, and some people want your transformation. Peace.